Yep, today we're moving goats. So it's moving day. We're taking the bucks out of the pasture from the girls. There's some myotonics and some 100% New Zealand kikos in here. Part of our commercial herd and part of our registered herd. So can't wait to see what Sledgehammer's kids look like. We know that he can produce some good resistance because one of his bucks did real well at the West Virginia buck test. 39th overall out of 231 goats, I think. Sledgehammer's got some Titan's hammer in him. He's out of a buck known Sudden Impact, or otherwise known as Psy, from Ambrose Creek Kikos. And he's a good looking buck. He was our first, and we're really proud of him, still using him. He has done real well for us. So we're over at the buck pasture, and we're going to let old Sledgehammer out, and then we'll go pick up Midnight Blue. What's that? There we go. Yep, he's trying to figure out who them other two guys are over there. Come on, guys. Woo! Woo! About as tall as I am. All right, that's Mr. Midnight Blue going back to the buck pasture, leaving the girls. But she's been in there a little too long anyhow. He's got everybody bred, I think, for sure, because he's already cleaned himself up and he ain't peeing on his nose and his beard anymore. So it's a pretty good sign that's a pretty good sign that he's got everybody bred when he stops that. So let's take him back to the buck pasture and get him unloaded with the rest of it. This is what you go through every time you bring bucks back from different breeding pastures to put them back together. They gotta settle up, see who's the boss. I hate it when it happens. So this little buck on the right, when I say little, he's 2.5 years old. He's a smaller buck. smaller of the two white ones. This one on this side, that is a buck that we just got just a few weeks ago. And he is an original Dr. Ann 2289. His daddy is one of the first bucks ever brought to the United States from New Zealand. And the mom is a generator son who was the second group. So we got original over the second group of bucks. So we got 2289 over a generator daughter. Very old lines. If anybody's interested in some semen from those old lines, hey, let me know. I'll have some soon, hopefully. Yeah, you want that? Whoa, look at you. You got right up. I know. Damn. You about a handful, son. Come on, let's go. So Midnight Blue got his job done. Now we got to get everybody settled back in. Hopefully that goes quickly. This little buck right here walking away is our buck. He's a buck that we've bred here. He's a Psy son. So he's November, so he's around 11 months. 10 and a half to 11 months. I don't think he wants to fool with that. Yeah, you don't want none of that there, preacher's kid. Makes me nervous every time we put the bucks back together. It'll take an hour or so and then they'll finally calm down. But it don't matter how long they live together, you move them apart and then you put them back, and this is what you go through every time. All right, so as bad as we hate it, there ain't a whole lot you can do about it unless you got a separate pasture to keep all your bucks in. And I don't have that luxury. I try to keep them all together. So guys, that's today's chores, moving the bucks from their breeding pastures back to their buck pen. Now we're looking for January babies. So everybody has to get everything worked out. Jax, they don't want your food. They don't want it. They don't want your food. Looks like everybody's settled down for the day. It won't be long. There'll be plenty of baby goat pictures, baby goat videos. So we'll do it all again tomorrow and we'll show some more goats.